In 2025, your carry-on could still get rejected at airport security, even if you think you followed all the rules. Did you know that over 130 million travelers in 2024 forgot about the simplest TSA guidelines? It's not just about forgetting liquids. There are surprising banned items, tricky exceptions, and a brand new rule that might catch you off guard. Watch till the end of the video and you'll be packing smarter and breezing through security in no time. Let's start with the manufacturing secrets. Many travelers assume that an airline-approved carry-on means guaranteed acceptance, but that's not the case. Manufacturing variances and material choices can affect your bag's actual dimensions, potentially making it too large for airline standards. Production variances. Luggage manufacturers often allow for slight size variations due to factory tolerances. Even two identical models can have differences, and when packed full, those differences become more noticeable. A suitcase advertised as 22 inches may measure 22.5 inches when expanded due to compression and material stretch. Some brands allow up to a 0.5-inch margin of error, which can mean the difference between your bag fitting in an airline sizer or being checked. Material impact. Soft-sided luggage expands when stuffed, making it more susceptible to exceeding size limits. Fabric stretch, bulging pockets, and overpacking can increase dimensions beyond what the manufacturer advertised. Hard-shell cases may not stretch, but they often include protruding wheels and handles that add unexpected inches. Many travelers don't realize that airlines measure the total bag, including wheels, leading to last-minute rejections. Weather conditions also play a role. High humidity can cause fabric materials to expand, while cold temperatures may shrink certain components. The frame, handle placement, and even minor fabric warping can make a previously compliant bag suddenly non-compliant when put to the test at the airport. Enjoying these travel tips? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more essential travel hacks. Measurement inconsistencies. Even if your bag technically meets the size limits, inconsistencies between airlines and measuring stations can still get it flagged. Airline policies vary, and measurement tools differ at different checkpoints, adding another layer of unpredictability. Airline differences. Each airline sets its own size restrictions, and some enforce them more strictly than others. Here's a quick look at major airlines. American Airlines, 22 inches by 14 inches by 9 inches. Delta Airlines, 22 inches by 14 inches by 9 inches. United Airlines, 22 inches by 14 inches by 9 inches. International carriers vary from 21 inches to 23 inches in length. While these numbers seem similar, real-world enforcement varies. Some airlines are lenient and allow slight deviations, while others, particularly budget carriers, adhere rigidly to stated limits. If you're flying internationally or on code-share flights, expect added confusion. A flight booked through one airline may actually be operated by another, which follows different carry-on rules. Gate versus check-in differences. One of the biggest frustrations travelers face is the difference between check-in and gate enforcement. Sizers at check-in counters may be slightly different from those at the boarding gate. Some airports use box-style sizers, while others use metal frame models, each of which measures slightly differently. A bag that passes at check-in might be flagged at the gate simply because of these inconsistencies. Flight staff discretion also plays a huge role. If a flight is full, gate agents may be stricter about enforcing baggage size restrictions to free up overhead space. Conversely, if the flight has ample bin space, a slightly oversized bag may be overlooked. Frequent flyers should always verify the bin size of the aircraft they're flying on, particularly if their journey involves multiple airlines or smaller connection flights. Loving these travel tips? Hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update. Hidden factors. The things you haven't considered. Even if your bag meets the size limits, hidden factors can still cause problems. From wheel and handle placements to packing mistakes, these small details can make a big difference in whether your carry-on is accepted or rejected. Wheel and handle issues. Many travelers forget that airlines include wheels and handles when measuring luggage. Some manufacturers list dimensions excluding these parts, leading to confusion. A bag that is advertised as 22 inches may actually be 23 inches when factoring in protruding wheels. Protective feet and reinforced corners can also push a bag beyond size limits. If your carry-on has oversized wheels, you may be required to check it at the gate. Packing mistakes. Overpacking doesn't just make your bag heavier, it can make it larger. Expandable compartments and overstuffed pockets add bulk, increasing the chances of a last-minute rejection. Compression packing cubes can help reduce bulk, but improper use can still lead to an oversized bag. Travelers often assume their carry-on will fit because it did on a previous flight, but factors like aircraft type, gate agent discretion, and bag flexibility can impact enforcement. Airline enforcement. Why it's getting stricter. With more passengers flying than ever, airlines are cracking down on baggage policies. Stricter enforcement is often a result of increased flight capacity, staff discretion, and route-specific policies. Staff discretion. Gate agents have the authority to enforce baggage rules more strictly when flights are at capacity. If overhead bin space is limited, staff may be instructed to flag oversized bags more aggressively. Some airlines even train staff to look for specific brands and models known for pushing size limits. Unfortunately, this means a bag that fits on one flight may not be allowed on another, depending on the agent's decision. Route variations. Different routes have different standards. Domestic flights often have larger bins than regional jets or international aircraft. Budget airlines typically have the strictest policies, while full-service carriers may allow more leniency. If you're flying multiple legs with different airlines, your carry-on may be rejected on one leg while accepted on another. It's always best to check each airline's baggage policy before departure. How to protect yourself. Avoiding last-minute carry-on rejection. If you want to avoid costly baggage fees and delays, preparation is key. Here are some strategies to ensure your carry-on is accepted every time. Document everything. One of the best ways to avoid last-minute surprises is to document your luggage dimensions before arriving at the airport. Measure your carry-on, including wheels and handles, and compare it to the airline's official size restrictions. If your bag is close to the limit, take photos of it inside an airline sizer at home to have visual proof. Some luggage brands provide compliance certificates stating their dimensions meet airline requirements. Keep these on hand in case you need to dispute a rejection. Digital receipts from your luggage purchase may also help you verify the manufacturer's advertised dimensions. Measuring tips. Use a rigid measuring tape rather than a soft one to get the most accurate reading. Always measure the bag fully packed, as soft-shell luggage may expand slightly when filled. Be sure to measure the longest, widest, and deepest points of the suitcase, including handles and wheels, since these count toward your total dimensions. If your bag is right at the limit, consider using a slightly smaller model to avoid any last-minute issues. Know your airline's policy. Not all airlines have the same carry-on restrictions, so check the specific policy of each airline on your itinerary. Some budget airlines are stricter than others, and international flights may have different limits than domestic routes. If you're flying on a codeshare ticket, confirm which airline's rules apply. By taking these precautions, you can minimize the chances of an unexpected baggage fee or a forced gate check. So, as you head into 2025, be aware. Your carry-on could still get rejected if you're not careful with your liquids and banned items. By following the TSA's 311 rule, staying informed about the exceptions, and using tools like Ask TSA, you can avoid any nasty surprises. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another travel tip. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.